I'm honored to have the opportunity as Zulily's strategic advisor to speak with the board of directors on Zulily's need for improving customer service in order to stay profitable in the long run. Warren Buffett once said that it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. Warren Buffett lived out his own advice as an avid investor who is now worth $62 billion, passing up Bill Gates. He only invested in companies that had solid reputations for long-term profitability. In retail businesses, the reputations of companies are largely built on how well they satisfy the needs and wants of their customers. Zulily, in theory, knows the importance of providing excellent customer service in order to have a good reputation. Its customer service mission is to deliver magical service that inspires customers to be advocates for life. As your strategic advisor, I agree with you as the board that customers need to be so satisfied with their Zulily experience that they tell their friends about Zulily, vouching for the company's reputation. The issue is that Zulily's number of dissatisfied customers has been increasing because of issues with shipping directly related to Zulily's no inventory model. Therefore, in order to provide excellent customer service, resulting in a sustainable growth trajectory and higher profits, Zulily's board of directors needs to convince the officers to implement a consignment business model. Today, I will further be informing you about how the no inventory model has been harming Zulily's reputation, why it needs to be changed, and a plan to change it. Recently, Zulily's experienced increases in revenue but had damaged profitability because of backlogging issues in its business model that made customers unhappy. For the latest quarter, Zulily's posted a loss of $3 million, and this was worse than the $1.6 million loss a year earlier. Customer orders were backlogged because Zulily had an 87% jump in sales, increasing its average shipping time from 11.5 to 13.5 days. And this is shipping from the warehouse. It takes even longer to get the packages to the customer's homes. Zulily's no inventory model of waiting to order items until after customers have purchased them is far away from the industry's norm of 3.5-day shipping. Zulily, another flash sale site, ships between 3 to 7 days. Mr. Spieth, as Zulily's chief operating officer, you have said that the no inventory model is more efficient and helps control the customer experience. The issue is that the customer experience has not been controlled. Sometimes customers end up waiting weeks, sometimes 5 to 6 weeks, to find out that the vendors have sold out of their items. In the process, Zulily has lost those customers, money, and part of its reputation. It is vital that the board is not blinded by Zulily's current increase in profits. Zulily is a stock market infant that has only been in the market for 8 months. Before that, it was only open for 4 years with a much smaller customer base in which the no inventory model was not a big issue. Right now, investors are impressed with Zulily because of its rapid increase in revenue. But the moment we let their expectations down, Zulily's reputation will be damaged. Zulily's recent loss in profitability because of a lack of customer service is a warning sign that should not be ignored. Recently, other high-profile internet companies have disappointed investors. Groupon and Twitter had stocks that skyrocketed, but because of customer service issues, stocks fell after a relatively short period of time. It is one thing to gain customers and another thing to retain them for a longer period of time. Customers can only extend so much grace and will voice their displeasure to friends, hurting the company's sales. It is imperative that Zulily improves its customer service in order to stay on a competitive and profitable path, while fulfilling its own service values of delivering that magical service. It needs to change its no inventory model because good prices are not enough of an incentive to make up for poor service in regards to shipping. It is important that Zulily has long-term growth, building a solid reputation of excellent prices as well as service. Think, Would Warren Buffett invest in Zulily with its no inventory model? It is your job as the board to speak with the officer team to persuade and hold them accountable to their commitment to foster great customer service. Remember, your ultimate duty is to make your investors happy, and it is better to look ahead and build up Zulily's reputation now instead of waiting to repair a damaged reputation. Zulily should adopt a merchandise consignment model for inventory. Consignment means that there is an agreement to pay a supplier of goods after the goods are sold. Before a flash sale is launched, Zulily should receive a specific number of products from vendors that they plan to sell during the flash sale. When the sale closes, they would then be able to box up and ship items directly to consumers. This would drastically speed up the shipping process and would ensure that items were always available to consumers. The items that did not sell would be directly sent back to their suppliers. Zulily would only pay costs for the items that actually sold. This is a plus for manufacturers because they are still turning over the items that they may have been stuck with. The downside is that when those items are initially sent to Zulily, the supplier would be losing time that they could be selling them somewhere else. If Zulily were able to continue growing its customer base and purchasing more items from the suppliers, then those suppliers would likely see that selling in consignment would be worthwhile because Zulily has a significant share of the market. With its current growth, Zulily has already been planning to build an additional warehouse to the two it currently owns. Mr. Speed, you recently stated that the company has been investing in automation at its two warehouses in Nevada and Ohio so that they can handle more inventory quicker, and that we're always looking for ways to improve speed and efficiency. The additional warehouse space and automation is already in the plans to be built, so now the plans would only need to be tailored to handle a consignment model. The automation in the warehouses would drastically improve customer service because shipping times could be as low as 2 days. It would keep Zulily extremely competitive in the marketplace. Customers could get items quicker and could eliminate vendors selling out of items that customers ordered. The consignment model would be on par with Zulily's value of improving speed and efficiency, and the automation enhancements could be tailored to handle the increase in inventory volume and the sorting required. Zulily would benefit because it would not be stuck with the inventory and would have a reliable image that its target market would be able to trust. Zulily could feasibly change its operations to a consignment model over a 3-year period. Currently, Zulily has 2 storage facilities, and a third one is with the plans to be built in Nevada. The base rent for this new facility each year is $1.3 million with 1.75% interest added each year. For all 3 of Zulily's facilities, annual projected operating expenses are $149 million, not including rent or marketing expenses. Before automation is implemented and a new warehouse is built, both should be tailored to handle the consignment model. It should not cost more than $7.5 million to alter current operating plans and create new procedures. This estimate is based on current operating expenses and other data reports on Zulily's annual report for the last fiscal year. The $7.5 million is only a 5% increase to Zulily's projected operating expenses and would be spread out over 3 years of implementing the changes, and after that it wouldn't be an expense. The first 2 years allow for the warehouse to be built, the automation to be implemented with the changes, and new vendor contracts to be collected. By the end of the 3rd year, the effects of the policy will be measured. The policy plan will be measured. The desired outcome is that customer loyalty and profit margins will increase because of speedy 2-day shipping. Is it not worth the 5% increase in 1 year's expenses to create a business model that would make Zulily an appealing company for someone like Warren Buffett to invest in? The 3rd year of this plan consists of measuring if the change was effective. Customer satisfaction will be measured through surveys, online reviews, and website data, through customer shopping history, number of new customers, customer retention. Profit and loss statements will be created to analyze whether or not the costs outweigh the benefits. An increase in profits and customer retention will show that it is successful. The feasibility and affordability of the plan are reasonable compared to the continued customer growth and retention rate that will be a result of the implementation. The plan alleviates financial and emotional burdens. There will be an initial reduction in profits, but there will be a long-term return on automation and warehouse investments. In the long run, investors will be put at ease because Zulily will have higher revenues and higher profits with a solid reputation for future stability and growth. Emotionally, customers' trust in Zulily as a company will be restored. Customer worry about not receiving items after having waited 5 weeks should become non-existent. Because Zulily's customer base thrives on impulse purchases, they will feel more comfortable taking advantage of the flash sale deals if they can receive the items a few days afterwards. The consignment plan addresses customers' biggest complaints and can be successful, but only if the board of directors intervenes to convince Zulily's officers that it is necessary to change Zulily's current plan for long-term profitability. It is not easy to change a business model, but it is necessary. Addressing customers' top complaints will lead to higher loyalty because customers will be satisfied. Zulily will be providing them with instant gratification. If they can purchase an item they love at a great price and can receive it in 2 days versus 2 to 3 weeks, they are more likely to repeat purchasing. These customers will stay loyal and will tell their friends to shop with Zulily, increasing revenue, profits, and customer retention rates. Again, Zulily's customer service mission is to deliver magical service that inspires customers to be advocates for life. It is imperative that Zulily takes the time and money to uphold its customer service values so that, as Warren Buffett said, its reputation will not be ruined in 5 minutes. Thank you.